Christmas, a word that brings warmth to our hearts and a sparkle to our eyes. The word itself sparkles with magic, evoking a sense of wonder and joy. It evokes images of twinkling lights, carols sung by candlelight, and the warmth of togetherness. The joy of giving and receiving gifts, the laughter of children as they unwrap their presents. But Christmas is so much more than that. It's a time to gather with loved ones, to share in the spirit of the season. It's a time to gather with loved ones, to reconnect with family and friends, and to cherish the moments we have together, to share stories and laughter, to reminisce about the past and to create new memories that will last a lifetime. It's a time to capture moments, to take photos around the Christmas tree, and to watch children play in the snow. It's a time to reflect on the year gone by, to look back on our achievements and challenges, and to appreciate the journey we've been on, and to look ahead to the new year with hope and anticipation, to set new goals and dreams, and to embrace the possibilities that lie ahead. Christmas is a season of wonder, a time when we open our hearts to the extraordinary and let the magic of the season fill our lives. It's a time when we open our hearts to the extraordinary, when acts of kindness and generosity become the norm and we welcome others with open arms. It's a time when we remember that even in the darkest of nights, a single star can light the way, guiding us towards hope and love. This is the magic of Christmas. It's a magic that brings families together, that lights up children's faces with joy, and that fills our hearts with warmth. It's a magic that transcends culture and time, that unites people from all walks of life and that celebrates the diversity of our world. A magic that speaks to the deepest longings of the human heart, that touches our souls and that reminds us of the beauty of life. But what is the source of this magic? What is it about Christmas that inspires such joy and hope, that brings out the best in us and that makes us believe in miracles? What is it about Christmas that inspires such joy and hope? To understand the true meaning of Christmas, we must journey back in time. To understand the true meaning of Christmas, we must journey back in time to a humble stable in Bethlehem where a story of love and hope began. To a humble stable in Bethlehem where a tiny baby was born, bringing with him a message of peace and goodwill. It is here, in the birth of a tiny baby, that the magic of Christmas truly begins. A magic that has endured through the ages, touching hearts and changing lives. Over 2,000 years ago, a star blazed in the night sky, announcing the arrival of a king. This was no ordinary star. It was a celestial event that captured the attention of people far and wide. The brilliance of this star was unlike anything anyone had ever seen before, and it seemed to beckon all who gazed upon it to follow its light. It wasn't the kind of king anyone expected. People from all walks of life, from shepherds tending their flocks to wise men studying the heavens, were drawn to this extraordinary sign. They wondered what kind of king could be heralded by such a magnificent star. He wasn't born in a palace surrounded by wealth and power. Unlike the kings of the world who are born into luxury and privilege, this king's birth was marked by simplicity and humility. There were no grand celebrations or royal decrees to announce his arrival. Instead, he was born in a stable, among the animals, his first crib a manger filled with hay. The setting was humble, a stark contrast to the grandeur one might expect for the birth of a king. The stable was a place of warmth and simplicity where the animals provided a sense of peace and calm. This baby, born in such humble circumstances, was Jesus. His parents, Mary and Joseph, were ordinary people chosen for an extraordinary purpose. They marveled at the miracle of his birth, understanding that this child was destined for greatness. Christians believe he was no ordinary child. They hold that Jesus was the Son of God, sent to earth to bring hope and salvation to all people. His life and teachings would go on to inspire millions and change the course of history. He was the Son of God, sent to earth to bring hope and salvation to all people. His message was one of love, compassion, and forgiveness. He taught that every person has inherent worth and that we are all called to love and serve one another. His birth marked the beginning of a new era, a time of grace and forgiveness. It was a turning point in history, a moment that signaled the dawn of a new way of living and understanding the world. The light of that star continues to shine, guiding people towards a path of peace and goodwill. The story of Christmas is a story of love, hope, and redemption. It is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always a light that can lead us to a better place. The traditions and celebrations that have grown around this story are expressions of the joy and gratitude that people feel for the gift of Jesus' birth. It's a story that has been told and retold for centuries, passed down from generation to generation. Each retelling brings new insights and deeper understanding, connecting people across time and space. The story of Christmas is a thread that weaves through the fabric of human history, binding us together in a shared experience of wonder and faith. And while the way we celebrate Christmas may have changed over time, the heart of the story remains the same. The essence of Christmas is found in the spirit of giving, the joy of being with loved ones, and the hope for a better future. These timeless values continue to resonate with people of all ages and backgrounds. It's a story that continues to inspire and challenge us today. It calls us to look beyond ourselves and to see the world through the eyes of love and compassion. The message of Christmas is as relevant now as it was over 2,000 years ago, reminding us that we are all part of a greater story, one that is filled with hope, redemption, and endless possibilities. At its heart, Christmas is a celebration of God's love for humanity. It's a reminder that no matter how far we stray, no matter how lost we may feel, God's love is always there, reaching out to us. Christmas is a time to reflect on the core Christian values of love, peace, and goodwill. It's a time to offer forgiveness, to extend a helping hand, and to share the joy of the season with those around us. The Christmas story reminds us that true joy is not found in material possessions, but in the relationships we build and the love we share. This is the true spirit of Christmas. The Christmas story is full of profound lessons. We learn about commitment from Mary, who said yes to God's plan even though she didn't fully understand it. We learn about obedience from Joseph, who listened to God's voice and protected his family. We learn about humility from Jesus himself, who, though he was God, humbled himself to be born as a helpless baby. And we learn about service from all those who played a part in the Christmas story. From the shepherds who came to worship the newborn king to the wise men who traveled far to bring him gifts. These lessons are timeless, as relevant today as they were 2,000 years ago. Section 5. Christmas Today. A time for joy. Today, Christmas is celebrated around the world by people of all faiths and backgrounds. From bustling cities to quiet villages, the spirit of Christmas brings people together in a unique and heartwarming way. It's a time when cultural differences are set aside and the universal themes of love, joy, and peace take center stage. It's a time for family gatherings, festive meals, and creating memories that last a lifetime. Families come together, often traveling great distances, to share in the warmth and love that this season brings. And the exchange of gifts. These gifts, whether big or small, are tokens of love and appreciation, symbolizing the thought and care we have for one another. While the commercial aspects of Christmas can sometimes overshadow its deeper meaning, the hustle and bustle of shopping for the perfect gift is also a testament to the joy of giving. The spirit of the season still shines through. It's in the laughter shared over a holiday meal, the warmth of a hug, and the simple act of being together. Christmas is a time for generosity, a time when we open our hearts and extend a helping hand to those in need. A time to think of others, to reach out to the less fortunate, and to make a difference in our communities, and to spread joy wherever we go. The sound of carolers singing in the streets, the twinkling lights adorning homes, all contribute to the magic of the season. It's a time for reflection, a moment to pause and consider the year gone by, and to look forward with hope and anticipation. A time to count our blessings, to acknowledge the good in our lives, and to express gratitude for the love and support we receive. And to be grateful for the good things in our lives. It's a season that reminds us of the importance of family, friendship, and community. Most importantly, Christmas is a time for hope. It's a beacon of light in the darkest of times, a reminder that no matter how challenging life may be, there is always a reason to hope. It's a reminder that even in the midst of darkness and despair, there is always light. The twinkling lights of Christmas serve as a metaphor for the hope that guides us through difficult times. This is the message of Christmas, a message of love, hope, and joy that transcends all boundaries, a message that resonates deeply within the human heart. It's a time to embrace the true spirit of the season and to carry its message of love and hope throughout the year. Section 6. Joseph. A man of quiet strength. Joseph, the earthly father of Jesus, is a figure who embodies quiet strength and unwavering faith. He faced unimaginable challenges with courage and grace. When he learned of Mary's pregnancy, he chose to believe her and to protect her, even though it meant risking his own reputation. Joseph's story teaches us the importance of trusting in God's plan, even when we don't understand it. He shows us that true strength lies not in power or dominance, but in compassion, humility, and unwavering love. Joseph's example is a beacon of hope and inspiration for us all. Section 7. The gift that means everything. The tradition of gift-giving at Christmas is a beautiful one, but it's important to remember the true meaning behind the presents. The greatest gift we receive at Christmas is not something that can be wrapped in paper or tied with a bow. It is the gift of Jesus himself. Through his life, death, and resurrection, Jesus offers us the gift of forgiveness, hope, and eternal life. This is a gift that is freely given, a gift that we could never earn on our own. It is the gift that means everything. Section 8. More precious than presents. As we exchange gifts with loved ones this Christmas, let us remember that the most precious gifts are not material possessions. They are the gifts of time, love, and presence. They are the gifts of forgiveness, compassion, and understanding. Let us strive to give gifts that truly matter, gifts that will last a lifetime. Let us open our hearts to the true spirit of Christmas, a spirit of love, generosity, and hope, for in giving we truly receive. Section 9. The everlasting light of Christmas. Christmas is a time of magic, a time of wonder, a time of hope. It's a time to celebrate the birth of Jesus and the profound impact his life has had on the world. It's a time to reflect on the lessons of the Christmas story and to strive to live them out in our own lives. But the spirit of Christmas is not confined to a single day or even a single season. The message of love, hope, and redemption that lies at the heart of Christmas is a message that is relevant every day of the year. May the everlasting light of Christmas shine brightly in our hearts, guiding us towards a future filled with hope, peace, and love.